Okay, guys, just doing an introductory to this next video for this week. Um, I can't guarantee I'm going to have a video up every week. I'm going to try at least doing one video a week, kind of like a small goal. But I'm just going to introduce this one real quick. It was done a few weeks ago. As you can tell, though, the stuff has changed around a little bit with the way I'm doing my videos and all that. I'm trying to get better quality and better quality and better quality. But being on a no budget whatsoever kind of thing, I'm trying to use as much free stuff as possible. So I use my phone, but my phone is the Nexus 6. And it's a really good quality phone. So I'm getting pretty good video off of it. The only way I'd get better video is if I actually bought a really like a $200 to $300 video camera right now, camcorder, and that's just a little out of my pocket range here, way out of my pocket range. So here's what my videos are looking like now, and then the next video is I'm going to review something I made, and it was the third project I ever made. It was pretty cool, so that's the introduction. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. It really helps me out when you guys do a like and subscribe on the YouTube page, along with the like and like on the Facebook pages. That really helps me out a lot, guys. So if that's a way you'd like to help me out, that would be perfect. And I more than encourage it. Okay, thanks, and enjoy this next video. Bye, guys. Alright, doing some reviews. I reviewed the first and second thing I ever made for leatherworking. Now I'm going to review the third thing I ever made for leatherworking. It's the little phone case. In fact, it's a little case that I use for holding the phone. I'm actually using to video record this. I like it. It gives an added protection to the screen. It's made out of that remnant bag that I had bought from Michaels. This was fun. This pattern I made myself, and I did all the measurements and took it for myself. So it actually really turned out nice. The stitching, though, is the same problem I had on the first two projects I made. I used this when I should have used actually this one, my number 3mm instead of my 4mm. So if I would have used this tool instead of this tool, these stitches would look at least 100 times better. The other thing is that it was made to be flat, but it kind of got the curve because the phone's got a curved side to it. And then it's worn. I use it all the time. It's like I said, it's my phone holder, and I like it. It fits in my pocket. I like the big phone, big fat meaty hand. It's really hard. You know, people laugh at me because I kind of text real slow, but when you're throwing this at a keyboard on the phone, which has got the little itty bitty keys, I hit like 3 or 4 at one time. So people laugh at me for that because I gotta kind of go slow. But the stitching is about the only thing I don't like about this. I know how to fix it, and I have fixed it. There. You can also see where I put the groove, and the groove is to inset the stitching so that as it rubs in your pocket or you put it on the ground on something or on a table, the stitching doesn't get worn out. It doesn't rub against the stitching, which I did that on both sides. And because I used this stitching tool, you will see that it really pulled into it. This side's better because it's not based right on a fold and stuff like that. So you really see it on this side. You know how this stitching, it's got the huge, you see the stitch and then you see a gap in the stitch. And then you see the stitch and you see a big hole in the stitch. That shouldn't be there. That should be all stitch all the way across. The other thing I like that I really did when I made this pattern is when I cut the leather for it, I cut out the little edges so that it'd fold better. That was a good idea. I'm glad it worked exactly like I planned. How many times do you actually make a plan and it works the first time? So that was really nice. I liked that. I like the way the patina on this leather is working in with, as I'm holding it in my hands or I put it down and stuff like that. The leather's breaking in. This is chrome tan leather. I'm going to be using mostly for most of my projects is going to be a veg tan. This is a veg tan. This is actually like 6 to 7 ounce. To be honest, when it comes to that kind of stuff, us Americans are kind of screwed up with the way we do things. 6 to 7 ounce is about a guess. Otherwise, like most people will say, okay, this is so many millimeters. That's not as much of a guess. Yeah, 6 to 7 ounces, so many millimeters, but it's still a rough guess. It's that. So I'm going to use veg tan in most of my projects for like my leatherworking, my holsters, sheaths, bracers. I had bracers that I made. I put up a small little video. It was the first video ever I made for YouTube of them. But overall, I like this project. It's nice. I use it a lot. It does exactly what I designed it to do. The only complaint I have is the stitching. The only other thing I guess to critique and over critique, I guess I could say, the leather is good for the job it's doing. Otherwise, if I did a veg tan, I could have a lot better form on it. But I think that's just an over critique. This does exactly what it was made to do perfectly. Even with the stitching not being good, it does exactly what it needs to do and what it was designed to do, which it holds my phone and it protects my screen. I don't have to worry as much about it being dropped. Well, I do have it in a ballistics case or a cover, so it's really protected with this leather for padding on that screen and stuff. So this is the third project I ever made, and I like it and I use it all the time. Thanks. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys.